Well, lads, how's y'all doing? And welcome back to the Boosh channel. Listen, before we start off anything in this video, I just want to say thank you, right? I'm forever grateful for this, right? Thank you to every single person that watched the last video. That is now my official most viewed video on the Boosh channel, and actually it somehow actually has beaten out my main channel and the bosherbosh and the bosherbabes and all the other 7 channels. I mean, except the clips one. I mean, listen, but that they're shorts. That'll be fine. But that's not the topic that we're going to be discussing, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to be talking about a little bit of something that's been happening to me recently. And, you know, just probably, you know, it could be to you as well. It, you know, happens to all of us eventually once in our life. But just for a little bit of context, I started my business last year, and oh my god, it's been very up and down ever since. Basically what I do is I do a little bit of video editing here and there. I do a little bit of graphics and all this kind of stuff, and I do this online. But my goal with that is to obviously grow it into maybe some kind of production so that I can do, you know, basically more YouTube videos, because that there's my real passion. I really like making content, but not just any kind of content. I want to make high quality content. I want to do this kind of video, that kind of video. I want to do basically all kinds of videos. This ranges from stuff like IRL content to gaming content to series-based content. Hell, I mean, even like cooking, I don't know. But that's like the reason I have so many channels, because I have that much things that I want to do. But it's also the same whenever it comes to business. But there is reason as well I wanted to start up doing content creation, talent agencies and all that kind of stuff. And also dip my toes into the esports stuff, but listen, this is for another time. All I'm going to say is I have a lot of stuff that I want to do. And even whenever I started out doing video editing, I decided to take a little bit of a risk and leave my day job. It was still part-time work. I was in it during college, and after I left college there back in about June time, I started video editing and doing this thing on the side. Then that started taking off a little bit in the months where, you know, I had really good months. And then I decided to finally leave and then pursue my career. But of course, with all businesses starting out, and you know, you might be watching this yourself and you might have a business and you know exactly what I'm on about. You have those months where you do phenomenal. You have great months. You have great, amazing months. And then the next month, it could be terrible. You know, you can go 0 to 0 basically within a matter of seconds, right? But this isn't just the same in business, right? I've also experienced this other part as well, right? Because I unfortunately invest into the stock market. I know, listen, there's going to be people thinking, oh, it's gambling and all that kind of stuff. No, listen, I don't really value it as gambling. Well, it used to not be that way until... We're not going to get into that. My business was doing quite decent, right? But a lot of the funding that I got, or a lot of the money that I had, was into the stock market, right? I had about 10,000 euros into the stock market. And then, oh my god, November came, right? And then the whole stock market plummeted, right? I've never felt like I've had less money in my entire life than in November, right? And then December was a bit shit as well. You know, around this time, I wasn't getting much work. And then the stock market dropped and I was just, I was losing my shit. But then, faithful, right? It came to January, right? My money was going back up. January was a great month for my work. The stock market was also doing great. February was the same. Stock market doing great. My money was going up. Listen, we were getting back, right? We were making a comeback. And then, as of recent, plummeted again, right? Holy shit. But the thing is, right, a lot of people might start obviously thinking, oh my god, this is going to be the end of the world. You know, this is going to be the end of the economy and all that kind of stuff. But listen, I don't think that way, right? It's the same thing whenever you look in the news, right? A lot of stuff that's currently happening right now is all bad stuff. All you hear is war, and all you hear about is bad stuff happening, this happening, and that happening, right? But the thing is, the news never fully cover good stuff, right? A lot of the stuff that's on the news these days that get people clicking and watching, it's all bad stuff. You don't really see that much good stuff. But I can assure you, right, there are good stuff happening into the world. This is just another one of them areas where at the very second, everything is down. Everything feels like it's all going to shit. The world that you're looking at is basically going to hell. But, and I'm telling you right now, right? I mean, listen, I could be biting my shoe right now. But listen, this is it's a common thing. Listen, what must go up must come down. You've heard of that a million times, right? But it's the same vice versa. What is down must go up. You know, listen, fluctuation is a thing. Everything is constantly going up. We have really big highs. We have really low lows. You know, we're going to obviously have them. And it's not just the same in the world. It's the same in the likes of the stocks. It's not just the same in that. It's the same in business. It's the same in, of course, you know, relationships. You know, you're going to have your ups. You're going to have your downs. It's a very common thing in a lot of things. But whenever But whenever everything seems hopeless and everything seems like it's all going to hell and everything's terrible and blah blah this and that and the other, a lot of people worry, right? But I would be more worried, right? But I've kind of given myself this mindset knowing the fact that it'll eventually go up or that something will be better, right? It's kind of like if a bunch of bad things happen to you, something good will eventually happen. Now, some might say it's karma. A lot of you might not believe in karma. I know my mother definitely does believe in karma, and you know, there's times where karma's proven her right. And I mean, listen, maybe it is real, but maybe not. But all I know that so far is you gotta look over the horizon. You gotta realize that things will get better. You can't just be sitting there thinking that everything's terrible and it's gonna stay terrible. Nothing in the world that is terrible right now will stay terrible. Eventually, there will be peace. There will be neutrality in whatever you're doing. And take it from this, right? Not every day can be good. Not everything can be good. If something was too good, it would not be special. You gotta cherish those good days, you know? You gotta think about what other opportunities there are. You gotta think about that it will become good. And that you can hope and promise it. And even if now, if you're lost and you're thinking about that you're never gonna do shit, right? You're probably young, right? If you're not even young, if you're old, who gives a shit, right? There's always something to be looking forward to. There's always something that's over that horizon waiting for you. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bosh, and thank you very much again for, you know, the support in the last video. If you enjoyed this kind of video or you have any questions, please do not be afraid to send anything into my inbox down below. It's bosherboshmail@gmail.com. Please go there, send in your questions or stuff you want me to talk about. If not, send it into the comment section. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and goodbye.